Oh my God, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. I don't even know where to start. Thank you, everyone, for following my journey the last 2 years. I'm just an old man that used to be a stockbroker, rebuilding my life after almost dying and a divorce. And I wouldn't have made it, I don't think, by myself without the support and the knowledge given to me by the community on the Twitter. Let's look at the 5 minute spy. And this is for somebody who's wondering how the hell are we doing this? I'll have to erase some of the stuff off the chart so you can see what's going on. But if you're new to this or you're not sure, like, how the hell am I doing it? Everybody's different, guys. There's 1,000 ways to do this. And just because I was a stockbroker with 300 clients before you were born doesn't mean jack shit. I had to go back and learn everything over a couple years ago when I started doing this again. Um, it's a different market. It's a hot market, okay? And I had to relearn everything, and it wasn't easy, okay? And I got scammed by some of the biggest names with the Lamborghinis and the tattoos, and their friends asking for Bitcoin at 3 a.m. But let's look at the chart. The purple line is VWAP, and you can use the MACD, you can use the RSI, you can use whatever you want. There's nothing wrong with that. I usually have two or three tabs open, and I've experimented with lots of indicators. Um, uh, One of the things you could do is just read candlesticks and get rid of all your indicators. And so we'll do that for a second. But you can see levels. And GG Trades is one of my favorite guys. He preaches the smart money theory, where the stock will go down and revisit the previous peak before it legs up. And we see that in places like right here, where it dipped down right there to the level of where it was the highest yesterday or something, and then it does another leg up. And so we'll see that a lot. They revisit the previous peak before they go back up. But let's take a look at some of the things that we did today and how we did this. Okay, so we have the lines that we draw on the bottom, and I'll usually draw an entry on a 15 minute, and I'll go from here. Let's get rid of some of this shit. You won't be able to see a goddamn thing. All right, so the bottom of the movement, if you draw a line along the bottom of the movement, you want to go for not the wicks, although you can, and I do sometimes, but the body of the candles. It tells you a lot. And then you just go from, let's say this was a bottom, and you go to the previous bottom here, and you can go to the down there like that. We were doing this today and posting that it was giving us retracements, and the arrows are the retracements, the green arrows where it comes and touches the line and bounces off. Retracements are great. Okay, they really are. That's a 15 minute, and here's the 5 minute. Okay, and we posted these for you during the day, but if you zoom out, I don't care what the question is, the answer is always the same: zoom out. Okay, and so where do the lines come from? Well, go back, and when something's going sideways and it takes off like that, right? Don't go for the very bottom of the movement. We want the first time that it retraced, like right here. Okay, she's going up, but then it dips. Okay, I want that right there. Why? Well, I don't want to go from the very bottom down here. I want to see where it retraced and had support, and then I'll draw my line from there to the next lowest point, which would be this one right here. So as you're going through in time, if we were right here, the line's there, and then a few days later, you'll move the line to this peak right here. Okay. And then as time goes by, you just keep moving the line. But you don't have to, because if you leave the line like this, from this peak to this peak right here, that line right there means something. Okay. And it's just, it's possible in a dump that it'll flush to this point and stop. And that's what happened right here, where this circle is right here. Is this lines up with this, and this lines up with that. So we had this one and we had this one, and we extended that line out. So we already knew this one before it happened. No shit. It's not witchcraft, guys. Okay. You do whatever works for you, but let me show you levels. We look at levels. See this red arrow here where it rejected? Okay. And then you have this part here where it made the previous resistance is now support. Okay, this is a daily chart, but you zoom out to the 1 hour or the 2 hour, the daily, to spot stuff like this. Okay, we do this at night or pre-market, but this is resistance now becoming support. So the next time it touches that level, which is right here, see how it bounced off the same spot? It still has support. Now it failed it right here, although it held it right there on that one too. Okay, so it really likes this 581 and doesn't want to lose it. And so it did by 4 or 5 points. It went to 576, but it stopped right on that line, son of a bitch. And so when you get a candle with a wick on the bottom, usually the bigger the wick, the bigger the movement that's coming. But that was key right there. The other thing that's key is draw a line along the top of the movement, and you can spot the resistance and the breakouts better. So right here's the top, here's the top, and you see how these wicks, they really respect that line right there and right there. Okay, and then right here is your breakout. And so when it goes through that, and that was Friday the 17th, okay, that's a breakout. And look at what happened on the daily ever since that. Boom, 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 4 days in a row. So that's a breakout, coming out of the flag. And that's a perfect breakout. A lot of times they leave a flag and then they fail, and they'll do something like this. It'll son of a bitch. And so it'll break out and then it'll dump and retest somewhere in the flag and then go for the next leg up. And so that's a good fake out. You'll see that a lot. But I hope we help somebody today. There's a lot of people who have helped me. There's 1,000 ways to do this. My ways are not the best, but I certainly wish you the luck. Pay attention to the volume. They can't hide it. When you see volume like this, and you see the volume spike up and the candles come down to where they want to meet the volume, that's a key area. You need to pay attention to that. Okay, because that's telling you something. It's a support or resistance or something, right? And so you can spot that in other places too, like right here, right? Son of a bitch. Guess what's going to happen tomorrow or next week? I mean, this thing's not done. Look at that volume going through the roof. And they hit that all day long, man. The market wants to go, guys. The other thing that comes up, and it came up today with a friend of mine, and I told him I've got the t shirt, is rushing in, okay, in the first 5 minutes, or the first 15 minutes or something. And there's here's SPY right here. And where's the VWAP? Purple line is VWAP. Okay, purple line, okay. And so here's SPY with some wicks on the candles, and then one big red candle takes it all away. Okay. Well, I was in a call. I posted that. I held, man. I just held because I was confident that with this wick on this candle here, as long as the red candle stays above the wick on this one, then we're good to go. And right here it came close, and right here it came close, but it never went below the wick on this one. And then this big green one is bullish engulfing, bigger than the red one. That's bullish engulfing. And here she is clearing VWAP. This is what you want to look for, guys. This is what you want to look for, is when she goes over VWAP and she's got wicks, anything, any ticker coming off a VWAP with wicks on it, or a bullish engulfing like this, and then it goes above VWAP. This candle right here, this would be your bitch right here. The candle just as it clears VWAP, okay, and there you go. God bless you guys. Thanks for following my journey. And I don't know what to say. Thank you. I can't say that enough. Go take their lunch money. God damn it. Yeah, we share a whole screen. We don't care.